Hi, welcome everybody. Welcome to the Fly for Fun show. It's a little different. I don't have the intro that we normally show because it's on Johnny's channel, but Johnny's on a cruise, and that's why he's not here tonight, and that's why we're having the show on my channel. But we have a great show scheduled, just to let you know. And we got two great guests, and I got a great co host tonight who's filling in for Johnny. But we do have bad news. Johnny got sick on the cruise, so I want you to keep him in your prayers, and hopefully he'll recover soon, and he'll be back next week. You know, so Johnny, if you're listening, we're thinking about you. But um, I got a surprise guest tonight too. You know, he said I'll be more than happy to come on, and he has made a donation of raffle prizes for some people at the South Florida Drone meetup. So we're going to do the unboxing of his raffle prizes when he comes on. But the raffle prizes are rolling in, let me tell you. And it's only, 2.5 weeks away, really. So it's going to be a great, great meetup. And for those that really don't know about it, we're having our third annual South Florida Drone meetup on April 1st, 2023 at the Jensen Beach Causeway Park in Jensen Beach, Florida. That's where we had it last year, and it was such a great venue. We decided to hold it there again this year. And it's free to attend. We encourage attendees to bring children to get them involved in drones. That's a big focus that we have here on the Fly for Fun show, is to get children involved in drones. And my saying and Johnny's saying, let's get kids hooked on drones, not drugs. So, and I know we do have children coming, and when I say children, I'm talking about like 16 and under. So um, I welcome them, and I hope more do come. But like I said, we have a great show scheduled, and I don't want to leave everybody in the back room too long. So I got to bring in the co-host right now. And I want you to give Joe Fotoleo a warm welcome. And he's not coming to us from Texas; he's coming to us from Florida.
Hey,
Hey, Joe, how you
hey,
doing?
Cap. How you doing? Long time no see, man. How are you?
I know. It's been so long. What, 3 hours?
Yeah, 3, 4 hours ago, huh?
Yeah. Well, I had the privilege of having a little mini meetup with Joe today at
It
the
was a great
South
time.
Florida meetup location. What'd you think of that location, Joe?
Great spot. Great spot, man. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, it's a little gloomy and rainy and cool, but no, it was good meeting up with and finally meeting you in person and Al and Ron. So it was a real good time. Had a lot of fun hanging out there and flying.
Well, you ended up taking a chance and flying your drone today. And I was saying, oh man, he's crazy. I hope he doesn't lose it into the intercoastal.
Yeah, I never plan on it, but but yeah, I've got pretty good control of that thing, so I thought it'd be all right. As long as I didn't hit one of those birds, man. Those birds were everywhere.
Yeah, I know. But you impressed me, and you let me ride along with you. And I'm not that experienced wearing those goggles, but it was cool. It really
Right.
was.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, it's
like
a lot of
that?
fun.
You like that DJI FPV, huh?
I love it. Yes. Yeah. I love that thing.
Yeah, I know. I can
Enjoy flying
tell.
it. And Al
And
had
then
his with us with him
Al was
and
there. Al sent his DJI FPV up,
yep.
and I enjoy watching you fly. I'm not an
I appreciate
FPV
it.
guy, but I enjoy watching it, and you were good, and I was good too.
Yeah. Yeah. Appreciate it.
So,
Yeah, I enjoy the hell out of that drone. It's a ton of fun.
and is your wife listening? Does she know you might be planning on getting a Mavic 3? Oh, okay.
No. No, she's not listening. No, we're good.
Yeah, okay. If you want to talk about it, you can talk about it, but
Yeah.
if not, don't talk about it.
Right. Yeah.
But
Yeah. No, we're good. Yeah. No, I may get it. If I get it before the drone meet, then I'll donate my Mini 2 Fly More as a
oh wow,
raffle. I am
Oh,
donating I'm working on, if some of y'all know, I do custom paint work. I've got some custom paint work on Taz here. It's not going to show because I got a stupid green screen thing, but I got a little custom stuff. So I had an extra shell, and so I'm doing a little custom paint job on that. So I'll donate that for a raffle giveaway for
that's
a
great. That's
smaller
cool.
giveaway.
I didn't know you were an artist. I did not know that.
All my life, yeah. I used to paint cars. I worked in some body shops. I worked for a custom shop doing, flames and airbrushing and custom pinstriping and stuff like that. So yeah, art's always been a hobby of mine.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I have a hard time drawing stick figures.
A little stick family on the back of the van.
Yeah, I know. But we got a great crowd watching tonight. I usually welcome the people in before the guests come on and with Johnny, but we got a great bunch of viewers. And Scott, Jack Rabbit, he's there. I couldn't tell who was number one because it passed already, but Brad's Olson there, and Brad is
Brad Olson.
He's making us the lanyards, and I'll show you last year's because he's going to surprise you with the new one this year. And the Pilot Institute supplying the lanyards again, so 125 people, first 125 are going to get one. And Brad made up some coasters again, and he has a different design, but people love this coasters from last year. So I got to say thank you to Brad, But then we got Jack, Lake Pilot. He's in the chat. And Joel, Trucker Steve. And, of course, Al, South Florida Drone Flyer is in there. How you doing, Al? And
good to see you, Al.
I wish I could hang the banner. Al made us a fancy vinyl banner for the South Florida Drone Meetup. My cardboard sign will be there just, to make fun of. But we're going to have a professional looking South Florida Drone Meetup banner flying this year, hanging. And I want to say thank you to Al. And he's also donated his tumblers here, but they're almost at the bottom of the pile over here. He's got South Florida Drone Flyer tumblers, and they're cool. They really are. But anyway, I could just stay on the air an hour mentioning all the prizes we have for the raffle. So I want to say thank you to all the sponsors, really. But it wouldn't be successful without them and without all the people that come. Unfortunately, there's one guy from Rhode Island who's not coming. He's coming up with some feeble excuses, but I'm still going to keep him as my friend. And he might even, surprise us tonight with a special announcement. And if people don't know who I'm talking about, it's our guest tonight, and he's going to be coming in very shortly. Mark Fisher. He's coming up with some feeble excuse. He can't afford to come down here. He needs to bum a ride. He can't afford the airfare. He makes more money than all of us flying drones
combined.
He can't afford to fly to Florida. Even us poor cops can fly to Florida. But anyway, we got Lloyd in the chat, the Grumpy Vlogger, and John, Flying Flynn Media, and Arco. How you doing, Art? And Bob Casey, he's there. How you doing, Bob? Bob's coming. Bob is coming all the way from Kentucky, Mark. He's driving.
Can't wait to see Bob again. He's good people.
In the back room. He might not even come on now that I'm picking on him so much. But anyway, Alan, Drone Views Media. He's coming from Ireland. How you doing, Alan? We got a celebrity. We got a celebrity in the chat. David Lorenzo. How you doing? Another celebrity. Michael Fly Zone. How you doing?
What's up, cuz?
But anyway, I'm going to get back to the name shortly because I picked on Mark, enough. So Joe, I'm gonna welcome him in now, and then we'll have a joint conversation, and hopefully we'll have a few more laughs. But I want everybody to give a warm welcome to Mark Fisher. I gave him the nickname, the man, the myth, the legend, but he's one of the best drone pilots on the East Coast of Florida anyway, and he's an incredible editor. So please welcome him. Hey, oh, he's sleeping. He's gonna make like he's sleeping now.
I slept through the whole thing.
Hey, Mark,
up, Mark?
how you doing?
What's going on? How you guys doing, man?
All right, good.
Good to see you, man.
Hey, it's good to see you guys also. Hey, everybody that's out there in drone land, all the people that's on the show right now, hello. How are you? Good evening, drone pilots. Yeah.
You know, you're always so entertaining. You really are. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know. Then
Yeah.
the
You know.
I mean, I can always count on you. If I get stuck for a guest, I can say, Mark, can you be on tonight? And you'll be more than happy to cover. And
Because I ain't got a job.
Yeah. So tell us, what have you been doing flying drones? I hear you're pretty busy.
It's getting busy. It was a little slow for the last couple of months, of course, because of the weather and whatnot. And I'm not going to complain about the weather because, I mean, we haven't had any snow. Yesterday was supposed to be this big nor'easter that was going to pass through the East Coast over here, right? And nothing happened really. We just got a whole bunch of rain. But it's been a mild winter, so but still, it slows down right after January, February, and then March it starts to pick up, and you get out there, you start working on and soliciting, because that's what you got to do when you own your own business and you make commercials for businesses. You get out there and you solicit and you stop passing out cards and going into businesses. And so I did a lot of that in the last couple of weeks. And so I'm working right now on a project with a auto body / mechanic / they got a barber shop and whatever. And so that's in the works right now. And actually they hired me they even gave me an office. It's an Italian joint. Forget about it.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, they even gave me an office. I'm going to be doing a lot of their social media and just trying to build up, their social media and stuff like that. And Instagram, their website, and this is it's one of the biggest auto body places in Rhode Island, businesses in Rhode Island.
Tell us who it is, or is it top secret?
What's that?
What's the name of the body shop?
It's Northeast Auto Body. But the guy's awesome, and that would be that project. Then he has another project for me. He built this like baseball training facility, and so that'll be another fly through. So I've been really working on trying to get a lot of this fly through stuff that's really happening right now. It's not really here.
The one you put up today is great.
You're also known as the Avada King, aren't you?
No, I'm not the Avada King.
It's the Avada Crash King.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Crash
Fisher.
Like if you're not crashing this thing, you're not flying it. You know what I mean? Like, when you're trying to get through tight spots at a high rate, and I get a lot of slack too about guys saying, fly that thing in manual, fly that thing in. I said, listen, man, at the end of the day, if I'm flying it and I'm getting a paycheck, I don't care what it's in.
Amen.
And it's what it's for. It's a city whoop. Like you fly, You're not gonna fly it 30-something miles, 60-something miles to a place. You're not gonna see anything. Hello,
right?
You're not gonna flip it inside of a warehouse, or you know what I mean. Like if you want to get out there and fly it manual and flip it and dive down things, whatever. Now diving down buildings would be cool, definitely. But it's too cold. My hands are cold. I'm not gonna try to learn how to fly. I just started flying FPV, and what was it? Whenever the Avada came out, that was my first time even flying an FPV drone. I love it. I'm hooked. What is a Mavic 3 anyway?
Mark, give me your actual channel name again. Vision
My
Media
channel
Production?
name.
EM Drone 1.
EMD, yeah.
Oh,
EMD,
okay. No wonder I can't find it on the Vision Media Productions.
No.
Oh,
See, that's another whole
that secret name. Yeah.
That's another whole thing I need to do for myself is I marketing is a key for things like like my Instagram. Like my Instagram is the same thing as my uh YouTube. I don't do a lot, so I mean I'm not big with social media so much. I don't got like a trillion, uh, people subscribers or whatever. I That's not what my main focus is. But when you like I'm all over the place. I need to separate some things. Like I do like on my Instagram, I have wildlife. I'm flying through cars. I'm doing this. It's too scattered and all over the place. Just like me, I'm just a little bit messed up. You know what I mean? It's all the polyurethane from putting polyurethane on stuff.
It's all them floors.
You take a shot of that stuff and you're like, oh, yeah, it's great. Then you put it on the floor. But but that's some of the things I need to work on too, as far as like advertising for myself. I can advertise everybody else's business, but I can't advertise myself. You know what I mean?
Well, this
But
video
yeah.
that you made, northeast, right? Northeast.
I just threw that up there today for this show. It's gonna get taken down. It's not. That's just a test run. There's so much more that's gonna happen in that video. There's all the audio is gonna happen as far as like sound bites. As far as flying through things, we're gonna roll a tire across the thing. I'm gonna try to timing of course is gonna be everything of the essence. But I'm gonna fly through the tire, and then I'm gonna go through the spray booth, and then I'm gonna go through all other stuff. So there's a lot more gonna happen. So
well, let's show that video right now. All right?
Yeah.
While you guys are doing that, I'm gonna change my battery out of my camera. It's about to die, so I'm still here.
Oh,
go ahead.
Okay. I'm gonna change my battery too.
Okay, let me show this, and if you want to narrate while it's playing.
All right. So right now, Captain Ray is trying to put my video up. Oh, don't start narrating it.
I want to get your intro too, because
Coast to Coast. What's up, Bill? The Grumpy Vlogger. How you doing? What's up, Jack Rabbit? I don't know who else is in here. I can't really see, but whoever's out there, Brad. I know B-Rad's out there. I know. I'm just gonna shout out some people. I don't know who else is out there, but
all right, practice run Nevada, right? Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, practice run. Yeah, just
by the Nevada King.
Yeah. There you go, the cars. There it is right there. Of course, all the colors going to be changed. And this was being shot with the Avada. I have two Avadas. The one's not updated. I'm going to do the one that's updated where I can get 10-bit. Do a lot more tweaking. That right there is one of the straight booths. I'm going to go in there and then come out the other side. We're going to have guys working on mechanic stuff and like that. It's going to be a lot slower than this. And then, slow down, whatever. I was supposed to fly the other way and I went that way. I'm supposed to go the other way, which is, yeah. So there's a lot more going to happen. This guy's going to like have another, yeah. Then I'm going to fly through that thing over there. And yeah, you know, I mean, that car's going to be in the way. So I'm going to go through that car. And then I'm going to go out that garage door to show the outside and then come back in the front entrance where I'm going to show the offices, which is this area. And my office is, now is down this hallway on the right-hand side. But
well, I think it's cool. So that is awesome, really.
It's going to be a lot better. I mean, it's going to be a lot better. Of course, there'll be more ambient sounds, like, sound bites, like, the guys that are carrying the door, they're going to be speaking in Spanish because there's a lot of Hispanics that, work there. And then there'll be like the sound of the grinder, and like I said, it'll be slowed down a little bit more. We're going to get, so it's going to be cool. I like it. Of course it's what's going on in the world of like this FPV and, these,
you FPV very quickly. Really, I'm not just saying it because you're on the show, man. You were a GPS guy, and you were a great aerial.
Yeah,
and now you're.
And I appreciate that, Ray. But I'm not there yet. And and I give a lot of respect to those who do fly manually. You know what I mean? And I'm not flying manual. There's a lot more like cushion to how I'm flying in sport mode, of course. And I'll get there. I just like I said, it's the winter, so once that spring hits and my hands are not freezing where I'm trying to learn how to fly manual, then I'm gonna pick it up. But I think with this Avata, the reason why it's made the way it is it gives you the ability to do something like that. These are cinematic moves. They're not like, I think even the pros, if they're doing something like this, they're not going to really fly it in manual. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you can freestyle it, but it's not made for that. It's made for what you do. The little
exactly,
gaps, the
exactly.
flying low. I mean, you could
people
dive
get
with
this
it, but it's not
wrong.
what it's made for.
Stevie Bronx knows. How you doing, Stevie?
Hey, Stevie.
Stevie,
Yeah. The king of
listen. For a long time, like I've always respected those who fly FPV. It's such a great art. It's really hard. I mean, if you're flying mirror, it's really hard. It's not an easy. It's like you are in full control of this thing, 100%. And I've been watching a lot of the videos, so I'm not there. I'm not, and I will get there. But I mean, like 4 years ago, I was one of the lead photographers for the New York City Drone Film Festival. And I seen some guys come from, other countries who are flying the FPV drones, who build them and everything, And that's another amazing, like guys that build them. That's insane, man. They got the patience to do that. And the thing is, I seen these guys flying these things, and it just like overwhelms me. And I think that's why I stayed away from, the FPV, because I was very overwhelmed. Like I'll never be able to fly like that. You know what I mean?
I said the same thing, and I played with the simulator for 3 or 4 days, and I was like, "Oh, I got this."
Yeah.
And I still
I got on the
practice.
simulator. I believe me, I got on the simulator, and I because I've been flying the Avata now, the simulator became a little bit more easy. I didn't crash, but I did lose my way a little bit when DJI told me like, yeah, you're way over there left field. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah.
I mean, you really are incredible, but I hate to say it, we got another incredible Avata drone pilot, and he's coming on right now. We're going to bring him in right now because he's been in the back room. He told me you didn't leave him hardly any shrimp and lobster.
No, I didn't. I no.
And he's upset at you. You didn't leave him anything, he said. So
I left him a half a shrimp. What does he want? I mean, what does he want from me? I mean, forget about it.
Our special guest, he's coming to us all the way from Long Island, New York, and that's one of my best friends. I consider him a best friend, and he's a grain drone pilot. That's man. Rob Kamada. So.
Great guy. Yeah, there he is.
Hey, Rob.
Hey, Rob, how you doing?
Where's this great Avata pilot? Because I'm not that guy.
Hey, Rob, I'm changing my name tonight. It's gonna be Marco Frischero.
A little Italian.
I'm glad you came in, really, because Johnny's away, and not that we were unorganized, but it's a little different to have the Fly for Fun show on my channel. And when he said that you were going to be on with Mark, I says, "Wow!" Really.
I was totally surprised. If I knew Mark was going to be here, I wouldn't be on here. I can't follow that. That actor,
come on, Rob.
The hardest working man in show business.
So you know how we go. As a matter of fact, Rob, when we were like in the back stage there, I noticed that you was sipping on a little something, right?
Yeah, a little bit, just a little bit.
So I decided I'd join you, right?
There you go.
And I grabbed a little something for me to drink too.
Nice.
I got to say hello to Rob Brown. We just saw him a couple hours ago. Look at this guy. What is it, Goya? Goya what?
Is that olive oil? What is it? Oh,
it's cooking
this
water.
stuff is so good, Rob. I'm telling you. You ought to try it.
Oh, boy. I'm telling you. Here I am drinking water. You know, Kirkland, Costco
Wait a
water.
minute. I think this is water too. I think this is water too, though. Hey, we're cooking with the best, Rob. You know what I'm saying?
Have you seen the new lights that Ken Dono? The
Yes, for the
3D
Avada, those
printed,
headlights.
yeah.
Yeah, those are cool.
That I was going to use the Fox Fury lights and make my own clip for them, but since Ken Dono has come up with that setup, I'm going to reach out to him. I definitely want to buy a set from him because that's
good.
perfect. Low profile.
What is it for? What is it?
It's for the Avada. It's really it's good for if you're flying in dark spaces, right? It's not good for cinematic, right? But for search and rescue,
Okay, yeah.
When you're flying into these tight, confined spaces,
Yeah.
and there's no light, it's two little lights that clip just above the props.
Oh wow! Okay, that's
Got
cool.
two headlights.
That's
So
interesting.
like a
Yeah,
saddle
because
that sits
I
over the
tried
top of it.
Yeah.
I tried to fly the Avada at night one time, and it went wacko.
Mm-hmm.
I've been flying at night. I've been flying. Actually, I went out to Port Jeff, where Ray knows, to an abandoned airplane factory. I'm not sure what it was, but it had something to do with aviation. It's great.
Lawrence
It's
Aviation?
great. I was up, Lawrence Aviation is where I was at. I was upstate in Beacon, New York with Eddie Nunez and Stevie Bronx. And actually, Stevie put up a video when we were up there I took some gaffing tape that Stevie had and took my little light and just mounted it on top.
Okay.
And used that to use like for simulate search and rescue.
Oh, cool.
I seen that video. I did see that video. Yes, that was amazing.
Yeah, there was a girl doing graffiti in there while we were doing it. She was
awesome.
cool. It was awesome. It was really awesome.
Yeah.
So I had a good time with them.
Well, I tell you, Rob, you do so much, and we got to know each other over the years now, and I fly with you, and I consider it an honor when I fly with you, really. And I'm not just saying that.
Oh, stop it. Stop it. Stop.
Yeah. You teach me, you teach me.
Keep it coming, love. Keep it coming, love.
Rob flies for the fire department. He's a volunteer firefighter, and he used to use his drone, but he talked them into getting a nice drone in their budget. What drone? What? I mean, Rob,
that small and inexpensive drone, the DJI M30T.
Yeah, just an M30T, no biggie.
Which I have to tell you has been, if it wasn't for that drone, there would be a lot of calls that I would not be flying on. That drone is a beast. It's flown in high winds, heavy rain. Again, we really haven't had any snow, so I haven't tested it in that. But I was in 45-mile-an-hour winds up at 120 feet, and it's rock solid. It's not moving.
Yeah,
it's just not moving. Bring it down, dry it off, store it. It's been great.
Well, I saw it in action. I saw you flying it at the fire prevention demo day, and I was so impressed with that drone. Really, Rob.
That drone is rock solid.
We got Marcus, Idaho quadcopter in the chat. How you doing?
Hey,
and Rob Brown
Marcus.
also. That was nice of him to come in the chat. We just flew with Ron earlier today. Yep. We had a mini meetup, like I said. It was me, Joe, Ron, and Al, and it was blowing, right? Right, Joe? It was blowing today.
It was windy.
It's windy today.
It said "Do not fly"
in the whole East Coast
in the app,
and I said,
and it was KPN 6.
I have to apologize also to Rob. Rob, the next time you come down, because
pizza. You're gonna talk about pizza now?
I'm gonna talk about pizza. I'll never take you to a Dominican pizza shop again. You're gonna get the best. We're gonna go straight to the hill.
He took me to this pizza shop. We walk up, and he's like, "This place is the best. I'm telling you, better than any New York pizza anywhere." We walk up. It's out of business. They closed down.
That's good. That's good.
I think they were doing renovations, right? Is that what
Yeah,
they
they
were
were doing
Yeah.
renovations. But you know
Yeah.
what, Rob? It's still no good.
Wow, really?
What happened was the guys that sold it, they said, "Oh, we're gonna pass down the recipe," and I guess the people that bought it didn't want the recipe because they think their pizza is good, and it's not. And it's a friend of mine who bought it, but I listen. I'm gonna leave him alone. You know what I mean? But
All right, that's
I
cool.
hated to result to a Dominican pizza shop. You know what I mean?
As
We
long
got-
as we're not, as
we
long
got-
as there's no pineapple on the pizza, I'm okay. You can't do that.
On a pizza.
Yeah.
Oh, good. You're a no pineapple on pizza kind of guy.
Oh,
Good.
absolutely.
I'm sorry. I am.
No, wait, I thought we weren't going there.
Well, we got.
You
we
like
got
that Hawaiian?
Yeah.
Especially on a real cold day in
Warren.
Hawaii. I even eat it with a grass skirt on.
Oh.
No.
I love pineapple, but not on my pizza.
I worked for a pizza joint years ago, and I used to just eat the raw pineapple off the make table. I never put it on my own pizza.
If I worked at a pizza place and somebody ordered that, I'd throw them out. I would just throw them out. Get out.
You're not welcome.
Get
here.
out.
I mean, listen, I'd be outside in the coat on the glass. Let me in. Let me in. Rob, let me in.
Unlock the door.
I have to acknowledge that JC gave the tip of the week this week. JC Flying, that is. And what he suggested to me, and he said I should share it with the viewers, is a lot of times people have their drones registered, but they don't carry around the registration certificate. You put it on the side of the drone, and he just said, remind them that all they got to do is make a copy of it and keep it in your bag. You know what I mean? And I thought that was a good tip. So thank you, JC.
Yeah, great tip. I carry a copy of my license, my registration, my trust certificate. I have a copy in each bag, and then I have the digital copy, and then obviously I keep the originals with me.
Yep. And that's what I told him. I said, I got it on my phone, JC, but I do have a hard copy of my trust certificate in my bag.
I'm gonna have to listen to these tips because I don't carry nothing with me.
You don't even carry a logbook?
My license stays at home. Everything. I've never even got questioned. Oh, that's right. One time, and I did have it on me. One time I was downtown, and one of the security guards or something came up to me, and it's like, why are you flying that drone around this building? I'm like, because I'm taking pictures of this building because they're selling condominiums. He goes, oh, all right, could you do that? And I was like, yeah, I could do that. Like, I could do it. Yeah, here's my license. And he's, oh, okay. What kind of drone is that?
Yeah.
How high does it go? How far does it go?
They want to be Karens until you show that you got the right to fly.
Yeah.
But that's the balance and the responsibility we have as drone pilots. You want to bark back at someone, but you have to kind of pull that in.
You do.
And say, no, I'm a licensed pilot. It's an authorized flight.
Yeah.
If I understand the airspace that I'm. Even with the police officers, they're learning, right? They're learning a lot more.
Exactly. Yeah.
But for the most part, they don't know. And if again, like everyone else, cops can be having a bad day, and you just happen to be the person in front of them. You've got to be the one in control and just stay calm and walk through the process.
And that is true, Rob. You're absolutely 100%. But when you're wearing a neon vest and you know what I mean, you're wearing a neon vest.
I could have one of them, and I'm not a Part 107.
No, it's always good to even wear it if you're not Part 107. It's fine. The thing is, when you're wearing, so I was doing a job. I was taking pictures of a house, and I was this lady came running from 2 streets over, and said I was taking pictures of her on her porch. I said, well, was you naked? No, I'm just joking. I didn't. No.
I didn't know you had a mole there.
And I got the neon vest, and it was actually just landing the drone. And she's
Hey, Chris, how
yelling,
you doing?
I'm gonna call the cops. But she didn't, and I said, man, I'm not taking pictures of you. this house is up for sale. I'm taking pictures of the house, and she just kept yelling. She said, I'm gonna call the cops. I said, you know what? Let's just settle this. I'll call them for you.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's hard. It's very hard to keep your cool when someone's in your personal space too. When you know how, when
Especially
you're flying,
especially
it is
working,
hard
right?
to do.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's stupid enough to wear a neon vest if they were doing anything illegal. Like.
Well, I call it the Karen keeper.
The
I
first
put up vests, cones, lights.
That's what I was
Yeah.
just saying.
Everything
I
up.
seen how you, Rob.
Yeah.
Rob, I see how you roll, bro.
I didn't
seen how
even
you roll.
want to fly
You come
next to
deep, baby. You come deep. Matter of fact, 2 years ago, Rob was the first one to show up at the Rhode Island drone meetup, and he has his truck, and I pull into the lot, right? And I thought Captain Ray was going to be the first because I heard about him. And I pull in, I said, "Who's this guy?" And he opens up his back of his truck, and he's got everything, like drones and like chargers, and then he's like, "How can I help?" And I was like,
that's it.
I love this guy. We keep him around. Let's keep him in Rhode Island.
Right? You guys needed scissors for something. And I have the everything.
Everything out. Everything. He had the kitchen sink in there. I'm telling you.
I know.
But
Rob has a very professional setup. Yeah,
I
definitely
absolutely try to be as visible as I can because it also. I mean, Ray, you can attest to this because you're a retired cop. If you see someone that's overtly out there doing something, you're like, well, if he's drawing all this attention, he's probably
got to be there for a reason.
If the guy's standing behind a tree and with a controller, then maybe that person's up to something. But when remote ID comes out, September, right? It's supposed to be out. They're going to see where you're flying. There's going to be a lot more. I hope I'm wrong. I want to be wrong, but I could see a lot more confrontations if people know to download the app and they could see right where you're flying.
Well, I think what happens is with this remote ID coming out, and the thing is, though, the FAA doesn't have enough agents or whatever to work and find.
No, they don't.
There goes Mark.
Jeez, okay. I'm back.
He's back.
I don't think they have enough agents. But I mean, I may be mistaken. To there's so many drone pilots. Think about it, millions of drone pilots. I think they're gonna I think they target more on people flying like illegally over here or there, right? Of course, right. But I think what's gonna have to happen is that law enforcement's gonna have to really go through some classes about, these things. You know what I mean?
I think we're talking about the same thing, but from two different perspectives. I welcome the law enforcement. I welcome the FAA, but the FAA is not an enforcement agency. That's not their function, right?
Right.
They've always chosen education, right, before giving someone a fine, and it's only the people that are heavy abusers that are the ones that get hit with fines. I'm not worried about the police because once you kind of lay everything out there, they'll usually leave you alone. But if you have John Q. Public with an app on his phone or her phone that can approach you, now, it's a problem. Forget about if they're not looking to do knowingly steal anything or nefarious stuff. But if they start interrupting you during your flight, especially, you're flying a neighborhood and you're doing some real estate. I have some major mapping projects coming up where, again, Ray knows I put cones out, lights on the truck. Everything starts flashing when I fly. And just to keep people away, I even have a little sign that I made up. I'll email it to you later, Mark, if you want. That basically says, this is a legal flight. If you're a security guard or whatever, talk to me when I'm done flying. If you're law enforcement, it'll take me 5 to 10 minutes to land. Let me land, and then I'll present you with anything you need to see.
And that's great.
That's amazing. That's great. Yeah.
Hey, Rob, before I forget and we run out of time, I want to show one of your videos, okay? And it's a good one.
Cut off the end of the video because it does go a little long and boring.
Rob, You know what I use to keep people away?
Show me.
I can't see Mark, but that's all right.
If I duck, you should too. That's good.
So, Rob, talk.
This is with the DJI FPV. One of my first flights.
Love it.
Look at Rhode Island, baby.
Yeah.
I heard this in the porno one.
You might as well cut it here, Ray. So I'm just flying out over the water. And that's really it.
All right, very good, Rob. Very good, very good.
I had to bring in the Gold Panther. I had to.
That was either my first or second flight with the DJI FPV. And you saw the props in that shot. I was not in manual mode yet. I was, I'm having a lot of fun with the FPV.
It's a lot of fun, man.
So much fun. Crashing
it is a lot of fun.
It's gone back to DJI three times now. So and my daughter was with me once, and I crashed it. She's like, "Aren't you upset?" No, that was awesome. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
I thought I was going to crash today. I hit a little gap. Ooh, it was close.
You know what my problem is? My problem is I'll gap something with the Avata or something, and I got the shot, right? Oh, no, I want to do it again. And then I try to do it again, and boom, I crash, right? But I've been lucky enough not to crash this. I've been lucky enough not to crash. I haven't crashed it. But, I mean, I'm not flying in manual either. But still, 65 miles an hour is pretty freaking fast.
It's moving.
It is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm as a matter of fact, I'm chasing RC cars. You know how RC cars are low to the ground?
Yep.
I'm chasing them. They're doing at least 55 miles an hour, 60. Because they're bailing on me, right? But I'm keeping up with them. So, and it's kind of a hilly area. I think Captain Ray, you've been there. The Temple of Music here in the park.
I love it.
In the park. Yeah, it's kind of hilly over there. But if anybody wants to go check out some of those videos of me chasing RC cars with this baby boy, I love this thing, man.
You know what I have trouble doing when I'm flying the FPV? That FPV. I haven't flown any others. Is flying the straight line with the camera staying straight. For that. I'm always kind of to the left or kind of to the right and going through.
That's because of the wind.
Well, I can't, and I don't know how to counter it, how to adjust for it while I'm flying in and I only fly the FPV in manual mode.
Just tilt your head a little bit, Rob. That's all.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
A little bit of yaw or a little yaw and a little roll, and you'll get that thing leveled out. It's counteract. You know what I mean? It's constant adjustments on the sticks. You get it.
That's what I.
It's a fun drone, man. I know Al Cezone is flying it. Captain Ray, you'll get there. You're gonna get hooked. I know you will.
Well, we'll see what happens.
That looks sweet too, man. Joe, that looks. I like the way you got it hooked up like that, man.
Let me get rid of this background here. You can see it a little better.
There you go.
Yeah, look at that. That's so
nice.
sick.
Yeah, that is nice.
The red. Now, how do you feel about those props that are not DJI props? It's still good.
Oh yeah, I love these props. Yeah, I've actually never even flown it with the stock props on it.
Really?
Yeah. No, when this was gifted to me from my old boss, I got a bunch of accessories before, because I knew I was going to get it about 2 weeks before I got it. So I started getting, the master air screw props and, the arm bracers and, just different accessories.
Yeah.
So once I got the drone, then I put all my accessories, all my new toys on it.
The arm braces I went with, that little front thing I went with. I'm just always a little bit wary of props because I don't like third
party.
Like
Master Air Screw's been making props for over 100 years, though.
They
So
have,
say.
really?
Yeah. So they say. That's what I've heard.
I'll
Yeah.
tell you, I brought
drones haven't been around for 100 years.
I know, but they've been making some type of propellers. You know what?
So what threw me out? Like so they sent me some props a while ago with the Mavic 2, and I threw them on there, and the Mavic 2 was like this.
Really?
Oh, bad, and it was just really bad. And so I said, nah. After that, I was like, nope, I'll never trust it again. Now, I heard also, this is another thing that I heard, if something goes wrong, DJI could know that you had other props on there because of the rotations.
Yep.
Because of the speed, right? The speed to maintain the same flight. I'm sure there's slightly different angles and stuff like that.
Captain Ray, are you talking?
We got our surprise guest in the back room.
Oh, that's right. A surprise guest.
Anybody can guess who it is. A couple of people in the chat. Take a couple of guesses. But anyway, go ahead. I don't mean to interrupt, but
so yeah, I think the rotation, guys know the technical stuff. I don't know all the technical stuff.
Well, every prop, every drone has its own
specs.
Line of attack to the air, to the point where I was at a Department of Homeland Security conference last August in 2022, and they have equipment, and it's relatively inexpensive, that can detect the drone just from the sound. It uses Doppler radar.
Oh,
inexpensive, really? Set up on a laptop and a couple of antennas. The thing was so sensitive, it could detect birds, butterflies, flies, and they literally say, okay, ignore this. So it's everything has a unique signature. And
that had to be pretty impressive, Rob.
Yeah, it was a great conference. Got to learn from a lot of law enforcement around the country. What they're doing with drones.
People think Frank Wang's in the back room, and John, that is
Frank?
He's not. I'm not. I wish it was Frank Wang, but we got somebody better. We got somebody
Marcus
better.
Crawford. Is it Marcus Crawford?
Joe, you probably know. Joe knows probably who it is.
Joe knows.
Rob, you want to take a guess?
Me? I have no idea.
In the back room, I think the surprise guest.
I don't see anyone in the back room.
Yeah.
I think you can
everybody chat, and I want you to give a warm welcome to
he
one.
Must be pretty mad because there's no shrimp, there's no lobster, there's no wine because I got that.
My contract says blue M&Ms, and there's no blue M&Ms.
Yeah,
poor guys, he's probably starving.
But the guy in the back room gave me a bag today, and it's sitting right behind me. So I want you to say thank you.
Own. It has to be out.
The one and only, one of he's a host or the co-host of one of the best drone streams on YouTube, and that's close, but it's Ron
Brown.
Hey, Ron, how you doing?
I'm good. I said Frank Wang out to get some double lattes at Starbucks. He's be back in a second, though. But no, I'm honored to be on the same show with Mark and Rob. I've never been on such an illustrious panel before.
It's all about Mark.
I tell you
about Mark.
And Mark, I want to tell you something. Ray took me to a secret spot today, and we almost flew. We let Joe do the heavy duty flying this morning.
Ron, I just can't take this guy anymore. I mean, he says a secret spot, and then he takes everybody to the spot. You know what I mean? He told me I was the only one that's going to be able to go to the spot. I don't mind that he took you. You know, I would never listen, Ron. I tell you, he could take you to all the secrets, but when he starts taking everybody, I'm like, well, how secret is it?
Mark, can I tell you? Can I tell you something real secret? Ray's taking me to secret spot number one. I know how to get to secret spot number one.
Yeah. Very few people have been there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Only
Well,
special people.
Listen, as long as he doesn't take you to a secret garden.
Well, we had a great time, didn't we, Ron? Today flying.
Great meetup. I got to meet Joe for the first time. Joe's a great pilot, a great guy, and he's he's a credit to the drone community.
Right,
Thank you.
wait a
Pleasure
minute,
meeting you guys as well.
He paid
Ron,
me $5 to say all that.
Ron, you're in Florida also.
Well, I'm in a secret location. I don't like to give out my remote ID.
I'm gonna have some more wine.
Yeah, have another one for me.
I know.
Did you see what I'm drinking?
Cooking wine.
Don't worry, Frank Mike's going to be back in just 5 minutes with those drinks. We'll be good.
What's going on, Northside Hawk?
I mean, we did. Yeah, Dominic, how you doing, Dominic? And Ron and I didn't even fly today, but we had a great time.
We let Joe and Al fly in the rain and get their drones wet. We kept our Mavic 3s in the cases.
Was it raining?
Yeah, but we got to see the DJI FPV drone in action, and Joe even flew his in acro mode.
That's all I fly.
Look at this. Look at this.
What's
bag.
that? A secret bag now?
Oh, that's a secret bag. Yeah.
Look at this bag. You know, right from ShopRite. You know.
So
This I got to say
Joe,
thank you to Ron Brown, and really, he surprised me with this bag today when I picked him up.
I've been telling about that bag for months, guys. So
He donated quite a few raffle prizes, and we got a drone here, and it has a little character on it. But take a look at this. It's a flying
cool.
Star Rider.
oh, wow, look at that.
You know.
And you got to credit Brian Singleton. He sent that drone to me. So it's what do you call it when you have to re-gift? That's from Brian Singleton.
Hey,
Then
Ron.
we got a next shot for a Mini 3 Pro remote control. Look at this.
That's from Sky Lee over at Start RC donated that.
Yep, I know. And then we got LED flash propellers. Look at this.
Another Sky Lee donation.
Hey, but Ron, that those things were in your hand. You could have kept them. So it comes from Ron.
And look at this. We got the Mavic Mini 3 Pro gimbal protector, right, Ron?
This show is sponsored by Start RC tonight. If everybody,
Apparently.
everybody out there.
And I got to say, Start RC is great because I'm going to show something right after Ron's is finished because I received something today from him also. But we got the propeller guards. Look at this.
For the Mini 2.
Yeah, I tell you, Mini 2.
I use prop guards. Let's fly indoors.
Ron, are you staying there until the South Florida Drone meetup?
I've been here since like the 31st of February. Yeah, I'm sequestered here until after the meetup.
There is no 31st of February.
Yeah.
I want to be Ron Brown, man.
Well, I was here the last day of February, whatever day that is. Whether it's leap year or not leap year, whatever.
28, something like that.
The meetup. Marcus and I are going to the Space Center, exploring around there.
You're gonna have a good time there, Ron. That is.
Joe, are you there?
Track.
Are you going back for the South Florida Drone meetup? Or
Well,
Joe?
yeah, I'm gonna relocate from my super secret location in Jupiter here up to the Hampton in Stewart. And then I'm going to relocate there from the Days Inn in Titusville or something. So, I'm a hard man to track down. Now, Mark, are you still walking down here, or
What? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm walking.
yeah? Well, I knew
Gotta get started.
I knew you could stop for a few minutes to stream.
Yeah. I just stopped. I'm sorry. I'll be here for just a few more minutes. I'm sorry to be and taking over your house.
You know, I tell you, Mark, I want you to make another announcement about the Rhode Island drone meetup. You're
Well,
going
yes,
to hold it
people were
this
asking
year.
about it. People
And
were
even
asking
though you're
about
not
it.
coming to the South Florida drone meetup, I want you to promote the Rhode Island drone meetup.
Okay, I got a few more questions first, but Rob, are you going to the South Florida drone meetup?
Yes, I am.
Good.
Oh,
How you
maybe-
getting there?
Maybe he
Are
could
you
pick me
walking
up.
like me?
No, JetBlue. JetBlue.
JetBlue.
Yeah.
Now you say, Joe, you're going, right, Joe?
Yeah, we'll go
back.
home. Me and the family will go home on between over Friday and Saturday. We'll drive back home, and then I fly back out the 31st to Lauderdale. Maddie's going to pick me up, and supposed
Can
to
I
room with
follow-
Johnny, but he's
And
not
Joe,
feeling
didn't you
well.
say you're
Hopefully, he
flying?
make it.
Did you say you're flying Spirit?
Yes, sir.
So if I end up going, here's gonna be the deal. I'm gonna need a ride from Oviedo. So if anybody's out there in drone land and they're gonna be in that area and wants to drive down, it's a couple of hours drive down.
Well, you might
Once you
want
fly to Lauderdale,
get a hold of Adrian because he
Because
passes.
if I
right
go
by
down there, I'm gonna
Orlando
stay at my
Airport.
sister-in-law's house.
got you.
Orlando, Adrian comes right down through Orlando to get to the meetup.
They can always pick me up.
Adrian Mateo Drones.
All right. Now I'll reach out to it just in case.
All right, just in case you're
I
surprised.
hope you make it, Mark.
Now the Rhode
You're
Island
probably
drone
going to
meetup.
show up in a Maserati. Come on, we all know you.
Mark, if you come down, we'll send the fly from front limo over to scoop you up. You can ride all the way in the back with a full
I'm
wet
gonna
bar,
drink to that. I'm gonna
Yeah.
drink to that.
and you can fly down in a Drone Nation jet, private
But
jet.
listen, I
Here
gotta
comes that
put-
Panther again. Here comes that Panther again.
I got a couple more things from Start RC here. Landing pads. Look at this.
Oh, I could use a good landing pad.
And thank you to Sky Lee. He sent us two of them, a pair of them. Yeah,
We should get Sky to come to one of these things.
I know. Believe me, I wanted him to come on my live stream, but he doesn't speak English well, so that was the reason. But I
Some
do.
people say I don't speak English well, but I'm still in these shows.
And listen, tell Sky Lee, none of us speak English too well. Forget about it.
Anyway, we got Catskill Brad in it, but you guys brought up Ken Dono before, and I got to give a big shout out about Ken Dono. I mean, he's our #1 sponsor this year. He's donating a Autel Evo 2 Pro V3 along with a smart
What's smart controller?
Wow, that's a big donation.
2
That is a
FPV
huge
drones.
donation.
That's our #1 raffle prize.
If you guys hear,
got a dogfight over there.
That prize.
yeah,
Who let the dogs out?
Yeah, that-
Who let the dogs out?
But I tell you,
Oh,
it's going to be a great meetup. I signed up 2 new people yesterday. We're up to 114 on the list. Yeah.
you know, Captain Ray,
You know,
all this.
I had to put big cancel next to Mark Fisher's name. You know, it's in big bold letters.
Is it red? Is it red lettering?
It's. I'm sorry. You know, the problem is it's on the same day as Woodstock, and I'm not going to be able to make it.
You have to go and film Woodstock.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Take the time machine back. And wait a minute, we all know the original Woodstock was in August or something like that.
Yeah, it was. All right, I'm lying, Ron. You caught me.
I was a little kid, and I used to see even in my small town, the hippies had their signs up, Woodstock or bust or whatever. Even as a little kid, because I'd ask Mom, "What's a Woodstock?"
You know, guys.
Yeah, I wish I could have been there. I actually played Woodstock.
Really?
This has been a
Yeah,
great.
1999 when they had all the fires burning.
Oh,
Really?
cool.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
at Woodstock 99?
I mean, if nobody knew, I was in Parliament, George Clinton's band.
Really? You know George Clinton?
Yes,
Get out of
Yes,
here!
I
You
was
don't know
with-
George Clinton.
I was with George Clinton from 95 to 99.
Very cool.
2000, really, yeah.
What'd you play,
Can
Mark?
you get him to sign my Paramount Funkadelic album from the 70s?
I could sign it. Sir knows the funk, devoid of funk. Never learned to swim, couldn't keep the rhythm of the stroke.
But listen, you avoided the question about the Rhode Island drone
Oh,
meetup.
yes.
I did not avoid it.
He ducked it.
You guys cut me off.
We cut him
Not
off fair and square.
Are you having it? When's the date?
I am gonna have it. Yes, I am gonna start working on it as soon as I can get settled. And you know, and last time I did it was very spare a moment, and I put it together, and it was pretty good. We had about almost 100 people, maybe. It was a good turnout, and it was fun. And I will do it this year. I think we were shooting for July 29th. Yep, July 29th. I got to find a location because that location that we had in last, they decided they wanted to put up no drones, a no drone sign.
Why not?
Yeah, I don't, you know, I don't blame them. It is right in back of us is a hospital.
Okay, interesting.
And they do have a helipad. So, you know, I mean, you hear those. Yeah. So, I mean,
we had the helicopter fly by that day.
We did. We had a few helicopters flying by, but they wasn't looking for us. That was because we had some boat palooza or something like that. And it's just a whole bunch of boaters who get drunk. And so they definitely, just in case anything went wrong, they had the, you know,
you're going to pick a fantastic venue for it. There's no doubt in my mind.
I like that area because of that area. As a matter of fact, we just seen that area with Rob flying. That was at the Rhode Island drone meetup. That area is nice because you got boats coming in. You can see Providence. You got water. You got all the elements, and it's great for FPV flying. But there is a power plant. Now, we know that you can't fly over power plants, but, you know, we never really flew over that. But I will find another area that would be just as nice.
Many great places to fly along the coast there, really.
Absolutely, there is. There is definitely, yeah.
Hey, Mark, can I just ask one question? Will that be the South Rhode Island drone meetup?
No, we from the north side.
Well, anyway, listen, guys, the hour has flown by. We're actually a little over tonight.
Overtime.
Really?
An hour already. Wow.
Thank you to all of you for being on, and thank you to Joe for co-hosting. Thank you for everybody in the chat for
Excellent
watching.
job.
But now it's time to say goodbye, you know, and we got a great lineup tonight. Bill Coast to Coast is on. Ken Dono's on tonight, you know.
MIC. See you real soon.
I mean,
K-E-Y.
K-E-Y-Y. Because we love you.
Because we love you.
M-O-U-S-E.
I tell you, Mark, you are such an entertainer, you know. It's you know, I just hope you can make it. I'm not giving.
Find a way, please. Come on. Find a way to get down here.
What if we all did a GoFundMe?
No.
Get you down there.
I will definitely not come. I had real quick. I had a lady. She's from Mississippi, and she's just a wonderful friend of mine, and she owns cattle. So you can imagine, she's got money. She has a lot of cattle actually, and a lot of acres of land. And she offered my wife and I to come, and she'd pay for everything.
Oh, really?
We said no way, we won't do that. No, I would never receive monies from people.
Just remember, I took a ferry ride to get to Rhode Island, and I came back on the last ferry to come back home.
My wife keeps on telling me to go again. The real reason is behind this is I don't like to travel without my wife, and she's not going to be going. She has work, and so, you know, I just, you know, it's a matter of, like, you know, respect for my wife, and, you know, just I like to travel with my wife, and
I understand. But yeah. I think I took my wife into going to Rhode Island this summer. That's a good thing.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
You know, listen, at the Rhode Island Drone Meetup, we love families. We love bring your kids, and I love that. I think it's such a great family event. So, as well as the South Florida Drone Meetup, that's totally a great family event. So,
well, Mark, I hope you can make it one way or the other. If you can't, I'm still going to love you. But now it's time to say goodbye and anything you want to promote.
I promote this show. This show is amazing. I promote Ron Brown's show. Yes, Drone Nation and all the other shows that these guys put a lot of work in, and they have these amazing shows where you can go and learn about some amazing people, some really cool down to earth people that don't see you for your color, your creed, or where you come from, your backgrounds. It's just one nation. It's awesome. It's such a one love place, man. So support these shows, man. Do whatever you can to watch them. And I appreciate you having me on the show.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you.
Mark.
You're always a great guest. You know that. And Rob, now it's time for you to say goodbye and anything you want to promote.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
You
you're
muted.
Okay.
Muted.
I can't hear. What?
Muted.
I was on mute that whole time.
Yeah. You were muted.
They should have muted me.
My wife would love that muting me, but no, I've got nothing to promote. Just everyone fly safe and keep promoting the flying. Just get all the kids you can involved. Let's keep growing the community.
I'm looking forward to flying with you again in 2 weeks, Rob. Thank you for coming to the South Florida Drone Meetup.
Well, I'm not there yet. We know what happened the last
Hopefully
time.
Flight will not be canceled this year. But thank you for being on the show. You're always great.
Thank you.
Good chatting with you, Rob.
Juan, it was a pleasure flying with you today, always. And now it's your time to say goodbye and anything you want to promote.
Yeah, I want to promote the South Florida Drone Meetup, April 1st, Jensen Beach, Florida. That's my promotion. Good night,
There you
everybody.
go.
Thanks
Good
for
night.
this great panel. Thanks for having the show. Thanks for everybody in the chat. Love you all, and see you all April 1st, hopefully.
Good to meet you, Ron.
Yeah.
And
Nice meeting
Joe,
you,
Joe, thank you. Anything you want to promote before we say goodnight?
Yeah, no, nothing to promote. I mean, yeah, just the South Florida Drone Meet, guys. If you can make it, come on. I'm excited for it. This will be my second meetup. My first one was Minefield last year, but I just want to meet as many people as possible. I just want to meet all you guys. Honestly, I'm really looking forward to it. And Ron, Ray, Uncle Bill, Al, it's great meeting you guys today. And we'll see you again in a couple weeks.
Well, thank you for being a co-host. You were a great co-host. And
My pleasure.
Johnny appreciates it. There's no doubt about it. And everybody, Johnny will be back next week. And I got good news. He got his CO for his new home. He'll be moving in as soon as he gets back from the cruise.
Good.
And we'll be seeing Johnny in a couple of weeks because they got a caravan coming from.
Keep him up in prayer. Keep him up in prayer. He's sick. So
But yeah,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
please
Yeah, keep
get
Johnny
well.
in your prayers. He is sick. Yep.
God bless. And thank you all for watching. And we'll see you again next week, same time on Johnny's channel next week. So good night. And we're going to continue to party in the background or back room, I should say. But good night.